Hey Scott, welcome man. There, let's see if we can get this straight. Kinda straight. Yeah, they're kinda straight. There. Okay, let's continue the series that's been going on the whole week. Oh, that's his name. I was thinking about NITE OWL, of course. I just never remember his name though. But I mean, the comic book design wasn't all that good, I feel. I prefer the one in the movies. So let's see if we can get that. Just need a good close-up of that guy. He resembles a bit. He resembles Batman a bit. But I think it's on purpose though. Okay, let's try this out. He has these cool glasses too. Okay, let's do this, man. Let's start the journey with these guys. Hey, Adrian Mayo. Bienvenido, Peru. Let's see. Let's do him. try to make him in the shadows. I will say that, but let's really try to make this guy in the shadows, because he's like a night creature, stalker or whatever, just like the Batman or Daredevil, and these are the characters that I'm most fond of drawing. So this is just right up my alley. Hey Nick Visit, how are you, man? Welcome back. Hope you're having a nice evening wherever you are. Now I need to check his design because I don't know it by heart. Let's see. Yo, see them ears. I'm gonna call them ears, but of course they're not ears. Now I'm exaggerating a bit. There. The design is cool. I always like the design. Especially the one in the movie though. Not too much the other one. Yeah, I feel you, Nick Visit. I had the same thing, man. And now before Christmas, it's a lot. Everybody's on their knees. But it comes with the territory, I think, and everybody's prepared for it. This period. But I feel you, man, I feel you. Yeah, it's the night owl, you are right. It is the night owl. Let's see if they had it like that. Hey, Joe of Africa, how are you, man? Welcome. Hello, Mr. Afro, welcome back. Krippe, välkommen. Let's see. this kind of a thing is going out here, right? They're not too big though. Like I said, I'm using the movie version because I like that more than the comic book design. I feel that this side is too long, a little bit too long though. And then he had a cape, of course. There. Now we have a night owl. Yes, Nick, I'm always as excited as you are because I never know how it's going to turn out. I always have a vision, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to put a lot of shadows because blah 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 blah, blah. And in the end, it's like either it's good or I'm like, yeah. But I'm sure we'll get it right this time. Feels like it. Yes, Afro. I'm continuing. I'm trying to make them all the Watchmen. Like I said before, I have no clue why I never drew them before. Yeah, I need to rewatch that movie too, Afro, because I remember it being satisfactory good. It's one of those movies that are like very close to the panels, and it's known just for that, not just for that, but exactly for that. That they chose to include make like the movie directly after the panels, which was a great decision, I feel. It was one of those movies I really enjoyed to watch just because I've read the graphic novel a couple of times. I didn't read them like many times. I think a couple of times. Anyways, hey Rebots 15728, how are you? And thank you, Mr. Robos. Rebus, sorry. Thank you for the sub, man. No, it's not Wolverine. It's the Night Owl from Watchmen, just like Nick Visit here saying. Yeah, this is like what is it, Nicholas? It is like the fourth night, I think, about with these characters. I don't know what it is where you are at, but here is night. That's why I'm saying night, though. And because it's the night owl too, I'm gonna give him these things. I don't know if he has them, but I remember the Batman has them in the movie. The Batman's design was pretty close to these guys, which was awesome, I feel. I don't think he had big ears, but I will give him something similar to ears. Whoa, you see? You see what happened? There. There. Now we have some outlines, which are very helpful always. I know I had some patterns or something in the suit. I don't know if I will recreate it. It is the fifth one, Equisite, right? Can't remember all of them. Yeah, Afro. It is less and less penciling. I noticed myself because the art starts now when I'm inking. I feel that my art is the inking more or less. So the pencil is just like for keeping me inside the lines, so I know where I will start to ink. Just a helping tool. So I'm more of a, let's say, like an inking artist than a pencil artist. I know the comic book business, they have like pencilers and then they have inkers. I always liked both of them and combine them, but I feel like exactly like you say, the afro. I'm using the the pencils less and less every time. Let's see all the detail he had on his cowl. There. Now let's start to make some details on the cowls. Anyways, let's start with that. Oh, really? They work like that, Afro? I can imagine the comic book business in the 80s were happy about that. They only pay one guy instead of paying two guys, one inker and one penciler, and like that. I like what they did in the movie with this suit, because in the comic book the eyes were like a round or something. I didn't like that design. Let's go hard on the shadows here. enjoyable is to go hard with the shadows. Need to go here too. Yeah, he was overweight in the comics, but they tried to make him look overweight in the movie too. I noticed that they tried to make him look overweight, and they tried to make him look older, but they really failed in the movie because they had this actor that's he is like really good looking no matter how much makeup they put on him, and they tried to make him look fat. I remember that, but he isn't fat. That's the problem. But I like that in the comic book that he was like he looked like an unk, really, and he was. Hi, Bacon. How are you? Welcome. How was school, Bacon? Tell me. Yes, Nick Visit. He is more or less the Batman. Yes, I think that was the purpose of him. But of course, we have some of them characteristics on Rorschach too. But Rorschach were more like Daredevil and Punisher, and so was, I feel, the comedian was also like a Punisher kind of a deal with him going on. Okay, now we have some heavy shadowing going on there. Thank you, Bacon. Thank you very much. I hope you're having a nice day there, Bacon. Yeah, yeah, you're right there, Nequicit. They're both pretty human. I felt they make very human mistakes compared to the rest of them. In the beginning, I didn't like that solution they had with him trying to what he tried to do with her, and in the end she like fell in love. I was like, hey, what's going on? But it was a good twist because that meant that he was the father of one of the heroes in the end. And then we understood why the mother was like that, the way she was. Everybody thought she was distraught and like what he did to her destroyed her. But it was more that she fell in love with him because of what he did. Or maybe it was before, I don't know, maybe I misunderstood that part. Yes, we're going hard on shadows today. Try to fix this small mistake I made. There. I fixed it. There we have a face and it's covered in shadows just the way we like it. We meaning me and my friends in my head. Yes, he's very serious, Nicosis. But I kind of like to draw them serious. Yeah, the reason that I like inking like this, a lot of shadows, is it gets like a really realistic kind of a look. It gets like a comic book vibe, but in the same way, in the same time, you get like a realistic kind of a look, and I like that look on 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 these superhero characters. I'm really enjoying this. Everybody knows I love to draw Wolverine and Batman. So this guy is a treat. Yep, get stuff there. I'm liking the face. Yeah, yeah, you're right, the necrosit. But I would really like to know what happened after. Um, I mean, what was the Morrison's vision? Of course, if you ask Morrison, he will say this is not supposed to be a sequel. But of course, he himself knew what happened after. I mean, did Adrian just isolate himself forever? And did some heroes go after Adrian after? I mean, thinking logically, I feel that's a solution that I could have happened. I feel because superheroes are like moral people, creatures. They're like, you did wrong, and I know that Morrison's he wanted the ending really to be that Adrian created world peace, sacrificing millions, and everybody was happy with that. Of course, we know we had like a diary of Rorschach and all that. I feel at least they took this guy to court, going that route. Yeah, yeah, and that was it. That's it. But the thing is that Ozymandias he didn't win because he felt very lonely at the end and empty. That's the moral of the story. I feel that he wanted to create world peace by sacrificing a lot of people, by becoming the villain, but I felt that he was like, he lost himself somehow. So it didn't feel like he won anything. It felt more like he sacrificed everything for peace. Get the thicker pen, a little bit thicker, like this. There, we're getting somewhere, man. Oh, mangas are awesome, man. Yeah, Afro and Afro. Of course, that's the case with Morrison. Um, of course, he knows what happens, but I feel that he's very satisfied with that end. It was a shocking end, I felt. First time reading that, I felt like, but you can't do that. You always get used to the hero winning and the threat of a lot of people dying, but the heroes always stop it somehow. But I feel that Ozymandias he was too clever. The world's smartest guy. am I like out of frame? Sometimes I'm working and I'm out of frame, and I feel I'm doing a lot of stuff and nobody can see anything what I'm doing here. Yeah, Afro. I really enjoy this too. Um, this is what I really like to do, doing a lot of shadows like this. Of course, it takes longer time, but in the end, it's worth it. Tomorrow's finally Friday. We need some weekend. Just like Nicholas had said, it's a lot of work now. Heavy at work because of the holidays that are coming. So the weekends are welcoming. No nipples on this suit. I don't know why they put some nipples on the Batman suit back in the day. Even if it was a joke, it wasn't funny, man. There. We got him as realistic as we could, not too much comic booky looking. I know I said that word before, and I was saying, I don't know if that's a word, but we use it here together as comic booky. That means that that's his look. He looks comic booky. There. I don't think the top here needs some detailing because it will be out of character, I feel. Because we have the light source coming from up, so. And that's me being lazy. Yeah. No, it's not me being lazy. I feel it looks better like that. Honestly, yeah. Okay, the last touch, as always, giving him some background that is kind of foggy, out of focus. That's the feel that we want with this effect. Sometimes I go back to my old drawings and I feel that I actually did do it like that. You kind of get that feeling sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't, though. But this pencil has worked hard these past days, so I feel it when it's trying to give up now. There, the finisher is this one though. We're going to put some things to make it look more like 3D. Yeah, I know that Afro. I know they tried to like get the 60s kind of a charm, comedy in it, make it a little bit lighter and brighter, but I don't see the connection with some nipples in the suits. And first time I saw the 60s series when I was a child, I really liked Batman, and my mother told me, well, there was a series back in the days about Batman and Robin and the Joker, and I was like, oh really, I need to watch it. And watching it, I was very young. I immediately felt like these people don't understand these characters. And since then I've had that feeling many times going to these kind of movies, that some movie companies don't know the characters. Recently I felt that some people start to understand the characters, but that's not too often it happens though. I don't want to destroy this by mistake. But sometimes it happens, man. I destroy stuff by mistake. And of course I've done it many times, destroyed stuff by mistake. It's part of the job, you can say. And I said it many times before, that's part of the job, is part of the learning process. That's when you really feel that you're learning something. That's it, it ended. We finish the piece, my friends. That's it for today. We finished Night Owl. Mark Eaton Sorry for not seeing you there. Draw with me. Thank you. Y'all came in like now when I was busy. Thank you, man. Thank you. Draw with me. This is, of course, Night Owl from Watchmen, as Nick Visitz said. And I wanted some realism to him, so we got that. That was what we wanted. I just want to fix these ones a little bit. I didn't want them that big. Just wanted some of it, not too much. Just the feeling of some light coming from under. There, we finished Night Owl. Awesome. Thank you, Mark Eaton. Thank you very much. I'm happy you guys enjoyed it. Mr. Night Owl is happy too. He's happy I made him dark and dangerous, because in the graphic novel he wasn't. He was just flubby and fat and old. But in the movie he looks like this, and he looks more bad. So I like it. Thank you, Draw With Me, man. Draw with me? No, I never started art ever. I started to draw when I was a child. I drew inside my comic books, destroyed them totally. I wanted to be a part of the Fantastic Four adventures, so I drew myself in them. So they went to space and I was like sitting beside them and this stuff. So it was the Fantastic Four plus me. I was the plus one. And that's how it started, man. And I destroyed a lot of comic books like that, and I've been drawing since. Of course, in my teens, I felt I needed to go out and enjoy my time, and I didn't draw for many years, but it came back later. Okay, thank you, Mark Eaton. That's very kind of you, man. Okay, my friends, that's it. Night Owl is finished for today. He's not from the country Finland, so he's not finished like that, but it's finished. So thank you for watching, my friends. It's time to hit the sack. We're both tired, both me and Night Owl. We need to go to bed. But thank you for the company. And I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what I will do. I don't know if I will continue this Watchmen series. I've done almost all of them, I feel. Somebody's missing maybe. What's her name? Night Silk something. Maybe I'll do her. Let's see what happens. Thank you, Mark Eret. Good night, Nick Visit. Thank you for the company. Take care of yourself. Silk Spectre, thank you, my friend. Yeah, maybe I'll do her tomorrow. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure. Goodbye, Draw With Me. Thank you for the company. And I'm going to wish you all a good night. And take good care of yourselves out there.